hello, YouTube and Facebook. I'm receiving my notifications that I am live. Um, get my hand out the way, handprint out the way. YouTube, on my Facebook account. Merry Christmas to you. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. That you enjoyed whatever you decided to do for Christmas. Friends and family, or just TLC, take some time for yourself, right? Whatever the situation was. So I'm back from California, and wow, what an experience, right? What an experience. I just saw on the media that was the highest. I think the courtside tickets were like $35,000, the highest ticket pricing event. And let me get my YouTube. Okay, I think I gotta say that. The highest ticket paying event and the highest ticket sales, right? Even if you were not courtside, the highest in history, the highest ticket sales amount in history for an event for that Lakers and Clippers game, and it was sold out, right? And it was sold out game. So real quick, I got home, just made it in. California is a beautiful, beautiful place, Los Angeles. I do understand. I'm very appreciative of the opportunity. I do understand that everyone that lives in Orlando, for example, everyone that lives in Orlando doesn't get the opportunity, or they never visit Disney. Everyone that lives in New York doesn't go to see a Broadway play. And likewise, everyone that lives in Los Angeles does not always get, go to a Lakers game. And so I came back. I wanted to look at this client's communicate with this client, and I have my laptop, so I'm going to do this the best I can. I do understand I need to upgrade my services. You ready to go get some? Okay. All right. Love you. I do understand I do need to upgrade my video and equipment and have screen share and all of that good stuff, especially I'm trying to go live on 2 platforms. And that will be my goal and focus first thing 2020. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. I'm going to have to just share these results from my laptop. I do understand on my YouTube my connection is going in and out, but YouTube, you all have given me the thumbs up anyway, and I do know my internet connection on YouTube is coming in and out, so just bear with me. YouTube, if you can't see this full video in its entirety, I will upload my video from Facebook. Hello, Mike and Brian from my Facebook fan page. Hello to you all. And so getting into this client's disputes results, I will have to say that this was not the friendliest client to work with. He had over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A total of 10 charge-offs and collections on his credit report. So I think he started with me in the summer. Yeah, it was July of this year. I know it was around the 4th of July because I was in Houston, and I was he contacted me in Houston, Texas. And so July of this year was not the easiest client to work with. He even told me to, you should stop working on my. You all like my shirt too? It's Queen of Everything. You all can see it. Yeah, you too. I have my Queen of Everything shirt on. So yeah, he even told me, hey, look, you just stop working on my credit report. I do it myself because his frustrations, I guess. And, you just keep my money. And I did. I stopped for like a month or 2. I didn't do anything else. I didn't work on his report. What I thought was a very rude client. Because people think that I'm an employee for a job and they can, just demand things or contact my supervisor. But this is my business. I'm the CEO of me, right? And so I told this client, okay, I said, you don't have just charge offs from minor banks and companies. I said, you have major charge offs with American Express, Barclays. He had 2 charge offs for Barclays, Capital One, Discover. Discover account, I didn't add that one in. Let me write that one in because I have a note. He has a charge off with Discover and Wells Fargo banks. Then he had 2 minor charge offs with Amazon and Walmart, right? The major collections that he had that was over $9,000 was with Second Round and Lending Club, and he also has major collection account with Midland Funding. He has 4 collections with Midland Funding, and so if you know anything about Midland Funding, let me adjust this on Facebook. You know that they're the big dogs, right? They are the big dogs of collections. And so this client had he got 4 Midland Fundings, 2 Barclays, that's 6. LVNV collection was deleted in September. Again, just contacted me in July. Wells Fargo collection was 4,900, and I'm not giving the exact numbers because I don't want to get exact information of this client, so I'm just doing roundabout numbers. The Wells Fargo charge off was approximately 4,900. Credit One Bank charge off was like $800. That was deleted. Wells Fargo deleted. The Walmart charge off, which he also said that he helped dispute, and he might have because that was on his Equifax account. But I also disputed that as well on his behalf, was also deleted. So what's remaining are the big companies. American Express, that charge off is well over $10,000. That's reporting now. But it was just updated to a charge off status. When he first started with me, it was in collections. So when accounts are updated with the credit agencies, you have to do things differently because their updates are now being shown differently, right? So you can't challenge those or dispute those in the same manner. Capital One is one of the major ones that's still remaining from July that has to be deleted. But I'm going to show you this client's results. And then also inform you how this client was very, very impatient because I just told you the major companies, right? Hello, Courtney. Hello, Mr. Holmes. The major charge out that this client had from American Express, Discover, Barclays, Capital One, Wells Fargo. Those are big, big businesses, right? We're not, and then 4 for Midland Funding collection, 1 LVNV collection that was deleted in September as well. And I'm going to show you this client's results. Now, I'm showing you these results, and I'm also informing you that this client gave me the option to say, hey, you know what? Even though when they came to me, they had been trying to work on their own credit, and it didn't work, right? They were, and it makes it more difficult for a credit expert or professional to help you with your credit. Once they pull your credit report and it shows that customer disputes or customers disagrees, and now you have to come behind that customer's work. And I try to explain it to people all the time that you are doing more harm than good, especially for that credit professional or expert that has to come behind you because you've had 3 or 4 previous disputes in, right? And I don't know from what angle or what things you have told the agencies already, right, to make them verify your account. And so you do more harm than good once you're trying to challenge things and you don't know what strategies, and you don't know the laws, and you don't know how to state the law in the language and combine them. I met with a person in California while I was there, and we had a business meeting about his credit and his visions and goals. He found me through social media on Facebook, and I asked him, I said, well, let me see what you have been writing to the credit agencies and why it's always coming back verified. And once he was able to pull that information up on his phone and show me the letters, his letters show that, hey, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, I'm asking you to verify this account for accuracy. Give me the documents. Show me the documents that ties me, or documentation or proof of documentation that connects me to this account. And I'm like, that's not going to work. It's very broad letters. A lot of what you get out here with do-it-yourself products won't work, right? Because the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws start with number 601 all the way to 629, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm correct. 601 to 629. And from 601 to 629, there are so many laws in between that. And you have to find a specific law. You have to be laser focused, and you have to find a specific law that fits your particular account. So when people tell you do it yourself, one person on Facebook put, I can repair my own credit. 2 attorneys told me I can do this myself. Well, did you know that up to the year 2000, which is only 19 years ago, that the only people that can even do credit restoration or repair were attorneys? That was the only place you can go. Myself, the queen of credit or queen of everything cash flow, are collectors, because I tell people all the time, my California trip was paid for by my rewards on my credit card, meaning that I didn't pay for my trip with a credit card. That means I use my credit card as a debit card, right? I use my credit card as a debit card, and the rewards points that I got from the end of the year, meaning I pay my bills, my utilities, everything I can pay that I would normally use a debit card to pay with, I use my credit card. And because I have a high credit status and I get double bonus reward points, my credit card rewarded me over $1,000, and which was able to put on my VIP tickets to attend that Lakers game. And then for my flight, which was over $1,000 as well, Southwest gives you an option if you have the credit where you can set up payment plans. You don't have to pay all at once. Well, I decided to take advantage of it. My credit was good. Why not? And so I got my flight over $1,000 for 0% interest. I'm like, I can easily pay a little over $100 a month of cash flow at 0% interest and just not, disperse all of my money out at one time. I could have, paid for it in full, but why not use and leverage my credit and do it that way, to where now I keep my stack of cash flow in my account. In the case that, I wanted to use my cash to buy more silver, to buy more gold, or to buy a real estate, an asset, a real estate investment that may comes by. So I stack my cash in order to invest in asset opportunities as they come. And I also use my credit to invest in asset opportunities. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. I know you all want to see the results of these charged off accounts with this client. So the first one that he received notice was his Barclays, and he received this notice on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, that 2 of the Barclays charge-offs, and I'm going to show you all that, were deleted. I'm sorry for the glare. Let me try to change my lighting, and I have to go to get my a massage in a few. Okay, so let me try to change my lighting. Maybe that will help the glare. Doesn't help much. Well, I don't think you all can see it that well, but you can see the red and the yellow. So this was a Barclays charge off. Let me adjust this lighting again. And it was 2 Barclays charge off accounts. So all of these accounts equal up to over $10,000. Hold on. I might have to cut my lighting off. see how that helps. Okay. Let's see if that will help reduce the glares off the screen. See, you all can see that a little better. It's Barclays 2019. He received these dispute results on Christmas Day. There were 2 charge-offs, and these charge-offs were one for $3,800, one for $4,700. Those were deleted on Christmas Day. Okay, let me show you the other results. And I've heard, hello, Assad from Texas. Hello. You all drop your city and state as I go through this and show you all these results. And there are some things that were not deleted. But you can see the 2 checks. The 2 checks for deletions for the Barclays. Okay, you can see that Barclays, the 2 checks, the green checks showing that the Barclays are deleted or did get deleted. Those 2, and those 2 alone was over $7,000. The Amex, which is a charge off, is still reporting, right? And then you still have the Discover and Capital One. So I'm not talking about charge off like Prime Trust, or if you have American Eagle, or if you have one of these smaller companies. I'm talking about the big dogs. I'm talking about Monroe, Louisiana. Hello, Mike from Monroe. I'm talking about the big banks that were deleted. Let me show you again his deletions from some more accounts as I'm going through this. So this person went over from over 14 deletions. The Midland funding accounts are still in dispute now, to now having only the American Express, Capital One, and Lending Club. And Discover. I'm sorry, I forgot about Discover. So you have like 5. We went from like 14 to 5. This is the Wells Fargo deletion proof. And he's also sharing this screen with me. Monroe, I'm a realtor, need to refer some people to you. Okay, Cheryl, where are you from? What city and state are you from? I love helping realtors with that. Just note this second round on this client's account is over $9,000. So when all of this file is complete, this client's going to have over approximately $50,000 of charge-offs and collections deleted. And this was also a person who told me to keep the money. I could have stopped working on it. These Midland fundings is currently still under dispute, so he might get those results very soon. It's still under dispute. You're talking about this is $7,000 for one Midland funding account, then another one for 2 other ones for $4,700. And another Midland funding for $2,500. So just that, if my mathematicians are on, is what, I don't know, over $20,000 of collections that's in dispute. So let's look back at these other deletions, and this is live. Shirley's from Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, Jacksonville, Florida. Let me put my website in and my email. You can visit me and ask me questions. www.fixmycredit and cash.com. And let me go. I have to go get this massage. And my email is LD. Good afternoon. I signed for my econ waiting to receive it. Tiffany, what city and state are you from? On YouTube. My connection on YouTube is coming in and out. My email is ld@fixmycredit and cash.com. This is my email. You can send me an email as well. Okay, Tiffany, I'm sorry that my connection is not really good. I will upload the video from Facebook, so it won't be going in and out. But you say you sign up with my econ, so you need your paycheck, pay raise, increase your W4 wealth strategy. Let me put my email address in here as well. Tiffany, there are some questions I will ask you to assist you with that, because that's why I have on my Queen of Everything. I assist people with get more cash flow as well. My credit. So if you're a realtor and, for example, and your clients need to pay down some debts, let's say they need to pay down some credit card debts and their debt to income ratio is really, really high, that also helps. Hello, Courtney for Dallas, Texas. That also helps my W4 wealth paycheck pay raise strategy. Also give people an additional $200 to $600 a month from their paychecks without working overtime, without having to go to their boss and ask for a pay raise, right? And it's all about not only the allowances that you claim, because on your W4 you can only claim allowances if you're an employee. But if you sign into this business kit that I offer, my W4 wealth training, if you look on the bottom of your W4, just Google 2019 W4 form. There's at the very bottom, there's something called deductions. And so once you connect with the home-based business model, you are able to now add deductions to your paycheck, right? As well as allowances, which in simple terms mean that, and I'm trying to find these deletions, you all. In simple terms, it means that you are able to get less taxes, federal taxes out of your paycheck, but have more tax deductions to claim, which leverages either you not paying back a large amount in taxes, or either having more deductions so you can get more tax money and tax returns back, right? So that's a win-win for everyone. So I think, let me see my other disputes I want to show you for this client. And so even with him, you know, being a little impatient with the results, right? I think his Christmas Day was a little better, getting the thousands of deletions. There, here we go. LV funding, LV Envy funding a collection. Listen, $9,000 collection. $9,000 collection. And it's deleted off of this client's credit report. 9,000. So if you all have any questions, like I said, he still has some things with Discover, and you can see that green check deleted. That was a $9,000 collection as well, right? And let me tell you this: all of these thousands of dollars, and I'm signing off. You wouldn't believe the price I quoted this person to get started. It was only $650 at the time. Now, I did say, you know, it was earlier. And this year, my prices have increased because of that. Because I tell people all the time, usually the lower price I have found, that the clients that I give the lowest quotes to, the $650, $600, gave me the biggest headaches. And so those are not in my pricing model anymore. The lowest, you know, clients, and if anyone ever worked with professional credit consulting, they will tell you that that consultant, number one, if you work with Lexington Law, you know, it's very slow and methodical, because Lexington Law is owned by TransUnion, right, which is a credit agency. So if they are owned by one of the big three credit agencies, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, then what are their really motives to get, you know, things deleted off your credit report if Lexington Law? So you want fast credit repair, you want slow credit repair. If you're going to pay slow, you're going to get paid. You're going to get slow results. No one is going to give you fast results for low monthly payments, right? And so this client only had to pay $650, but I told him, I said, I'm only going to work with Experian first, because Experian, out of all the three, are the most challenging ones to get accounts deleted. So let's start with Experian first, then I charge for the other two. Well, this client got very impatient starting in July with over 14 charge-offs and collections, and from the major credit agencies. Again, I mean the major big banks, Amex, Discover, Capital One, Barclays. Two of those have been deleted up to date. Then had some minor charge-offs from Walmart and Amazon, very small charge-offs. Credit One, that charge-off got deleted immediately. And this person became very impatient with the process and just say, you know what, I'm going to continue. And they have been doing it themselves up to me. And they've been telling me that I signed up with this other company that was paying me on a month-to-month. They didn't get anything done, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, you are not a normal, your case is not a normal case, right? And you're going to have to be patient. If it takes 6 months to fix your credit with 14 charge-offs and collection, or if it takes a year, right? Getting the results and for that low amount that I provided him my services for, you would think that he would have been patient, right? And that's one of the things sometimes people with low credit have. They don't have that patience needed to get past the process. They don't have that patience needed to get past the process. And so I can rest assure you that my pricing has changed because of that, because I'm not dealing with those headaches. I'm not dealing with those type of mindset of people, right? And I can tell you, I've heard professional people on platforms, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, that say, hey, we can't get the major banks charge off deleted. We can't get the Wells Fargo's deleted. We can't get the Barclays deleted. We can't get the Amex deleted. It's like a hit or miss. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that it's a process. If you're a person that's already enroll with other services, or you're trying to do it yourself, you're making your file more difficult by the time you get to me or a professional consultant that can actually help you, right? That can actually help you. So if you want the W4 Wealth Training, it's $27.95. It's a holiday special. The regular price is $99. If you want professional credit consulting and help, this is not a done for you service. This is a done with you service, meaning that you have to get things notarized. You have to, in certain cases, mail your affidavits as well, get your personal information notarized. But you know what? These results like this for this client, even though he was upset, and honestly, I could have just said, okay, I won't work on your account anymore. I won't do it. You gave me an option. You told me to keep the $650 and go on. But even with this person's bad attitude, I saw this person's need for help, because this was and it still is a very challenging, but from where we started to where this person is now, even if I didn't do anything else after today, the $650 was well worth it. Over thousands of dollars of charge-offs and collections deleted. Again, 2 Barclays that's over $5,000. I showed you the Midland funding that's over $15,000 is currently in dispute. The Wells Fargo, that was a $4,900 account. The Credit One, it was a low account for $700, but all deleted. The Walmart charge-off deleted, right? And only 3, 4, 5 more, well 6, because Discover charge-off is still showing. Capital One and Amex is still showing, right? So you have those big, from major companies, charge-off still. That has to go through the process. And then you have another minor charge-off with Amazon, and 2 more of the major collections, which is Second Round, which is a $9,000 collection, and Lending Club. But you know what? That's great progress for what the price the person invested in and when they started in July. So that's why I have been deemed the queen of credit. I'm trying to say I'm the queen of everything, credit and cash flow and collectors, because I also help people that once this information is deleted from their credit account, right, and get you more cash flow out of your paycheck. Because a lot of times some people might have the issue of they have a high DTI, that means debt to income ratio, meaning that you have maxed your credit cards out or your student loan debt is really high and you need to find the extra money to pay that down. You're trying to get proof for housing, or you're trying to get a vehicle, or you're trying to just get better credit because you want to leverage your credit, right? You want to do like I do and enjoy life from having good credit, right? And you just want a better, you're trying to get out of the rat race of just going to work, working long hours, paying bills, and only being able to travel and see the world at your neighboring states. You know, in the South, in Mississippi, for example, most people visit is Memphis, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, sometimes Florida, and maybe Louisiana, New Orleans, and but it's more to life out there than your neighboring states. It's more to life to see, and you don't have to come out of your pocket and be in financial distress to experience it, right? You can leverage your credit not only to get assets, not only to purchasing things that once you get more cash flowing out of your paycheck, now you have cash flowing from assets. Now you have rental properties. Maybe you have a single home. Maybe you have a multi-family property. I'm also offering business credit. And I just got the meeting or the conference call yesterday, the company I partnered with offering business credit and business funding, so you can get these credit cards that converts into liquidity, or liquid just means cash, right? And you can invest once you get the education into single family homes, multi-unit homes. Maybe you want to buy more silver, you want to add that into your portfolio as well as a future investment. Maybe you're just tired of debt collectors calling you, harassing you, and you telling your kids or your nieces or your nephews, tell them I'm not, here, or you blocking people and avoiding your phone call. Because when debt collectors do not have the proper validation, they cannot legally collect one penny, one dime from you. And what people don't understand is that the credit agencies, and they're not called the credit bureaus legally. The bureau is the CFPB, right? That's another myth or miseducation out there. The bureau is the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. It's the CFPB is put in place if you're trying to dispute something, and the credit agencies will not budge. They won't move. They won't delete it or whatever. And if it's inaccurate, you have three things. Most people are just asking for verification, but you have three under the law. Three things that once you're analyzing a credit report, and what people don't understand is all three credit reports have different things reporting. Experian, for example, shows the dates of last activity. Equifax and TransUnion doesn't report that. That's very big. If you have a collection or charge off, you need to know the date of last activity, or if you have late payments showing. And I'm about to look at some of my clients' report that's waiting on late payments reversal and see their results as well. But you need to know, and then TransUnion and Equifax shows one thing on their credit report that Experian does not, And so when people say that, hey, I can repair my own credit, you don't even really know how to read your credit report. You don't even know what the date of last activity means. You don't even know how to read if it's a 90-day late or 120-day late. You don't even understand or ask yourself, how can I be a 60-day late and 120-day late all at the same time? You don't even know. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act 611, it gives you three rights, three laws. If your account is inaccurate, right, or is unverified, or is incomplete. If you can't have that conversation of what an incomplete account looks like, then you're not ready to repair your own credit. If you can't have a conversation with me, well, what an inaccurate account looks like, stop writing these letters that you find on the internet for free and sending them in, because they get thousands of these a day, and that puts your file more difficult status to dispute, saying, I want you to verify this account. You don't even know what verification is. Because have you ever, really thought about it? You don't have to sign any paperwork to get approved for a credit card. So if you have a charge-off report on your credit report, asking for the original signed documentation is not the angle or strategy you need to do. You ask for signed documentation if it's a repossession, something you have to sign and subscribe your name to, a repossession, or maybe a foreclosure. where you actually had to sign in order to receive that loan. But that doesn't work like that with charge off and collections, right? It's different laws for different things. So, hey, I'm signing off. Queen of everything, Merry Christmas to you all. Have 2020 vision this year, meaning that have a vision for 2020. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision. That's 2:2, 2020. For 2020, write the vision and make it plain. Have a vision to increase your credit score, to double up your credit score and your cash flow. Cash is not king, but cash flow is king, and credit is queen, because there's so many different moves you can make. This is chess, not checkers, with credit to put you in a better financial life. You need financial freedom. You want it. You're tired of just going to work, working long hours, being able to visit your neighboring states, which you put on your credit card to finance, and then you come back from your small vacation or trip and you're in debt, or you have medical procedures and you got these $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 in stress of medical collections that you don't have to be in stress with. People, give yourself the freedom and the gift of good credit in 2020 and start living your life in purpose, right? And not just in pain. You know, as Red Fox said, you know, that money does not make you happiness, but it sure is a big down payment. You got to find your purpose in life. And as long as you're stressed about your credit score, as long as you're paying the highest interest on your vehicle loans, and you have more month than money, you will never be able to focus on what's your life purpose. What is it that I'm here to do other than work this job? What is it that I'm supposed to give back? What is it that's going to bring me fulfillment and happiness? You're so entangled in bad debt and bad credit that you can't even focus on that and be able to maximize your life. So I is the Queen of Credit here. You all know my website. You know my email. Get in contact. Let's have 2020 vision. You all make it a great day. Have a great day.